Hello everyone. Today I am going to teach about the goniometry chapter. So the introduction is the term goniometry is derived from the Greek words, which means gonio meaning angle and metron meaning measure. So it refers to the measurement of angles created at human joints by the bones of the body. It is used to measure and document the amount of active and passive motion available in joints. సో గోనియోమెట్రీ అంటే ఏంటి? హ్యూమన్ జాయింట్స్, మన జాయింట్స్ దగ్గర బాడీలో జాయింట్స్ ఉంటుంది కదా, సో వాటిని మెజర్మెంట్ చేయడం, ఆ యాంగిల్స్ని మెజర్మెంట్ చేయడం బై బోన్స్. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ద goniometry. And the types of goniometry. What are the types of goniometry? You see, there are 6 types of goniometry we have. The first one is universal goniometry, finger goniometer, gravity dependent goniometer or fluid goniometer. Next, pendulum goniometer, electrogoniometer, and 6 digital goniometer. So revise once. What are types of goniometer? Universal goniometer, finger goniometer, gravity dependent goniometer or fluid goniometer, pendulum goniometer, electrogoniometer, and digital goniometer. And the first one, what is universal goniometer? It is an instrument measures angle of the joint. Normally goniometer what do? Measures the angle of the joint. So universal goniometer is an instrument that measures an angle of the joint. It may made of either plastic or metal. It has 4 parts which are discussed below. It has 4 parts and we across through it. What are the 4 parts? Body, fulcrum, stationary arm, and moving arm. These are the 4 parts of the universal goniometer. The body, either full circled protractor with scales from 0 to 360 degrees or a half circled protractor with scales from 0 to 180 degrees. We see this is the goniometer. This is the universal goniometer I am showing. So this is 180 degrees only. If it is 360 degrees we take, it will be full circle like the protractor. Not protractor, protractor is also 360, but we take this 180 degrees. So either a full circled protractor with scales from 0 to 360 degrees or a half circled protractor with scales from 0 to 180 degrees. And the next one, fulcrum. It is a rivet or screw-like device on the center of the body that allows the moving arm to freely on the body of the goniometer. What is the fulcrum? This is the fulcrum, This is the fulcrum. It is a rivet. It is a screw-like device. The center of the bodyలో ఇది డివైస్ స్క్రూ లైక్ డివైస్ అనమాట. ఇది ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే మూవింగ్ ఆర్మ్ టు ఫ్రీలీ ఆన్ ద బాడీ ఆఫ్ ద గోనియోమీటర్. ఇట్స్ మూవింగ్ ఫ్రీగా మూవ్ చేయడానికి, దట్ అలోస్ మూవింగ్ freely, arm to arm freely on the body of the goniometer. The fulcrum of the goniometer is placed over the axis of the joint to be measured. This fulcrum is placed on the joint axis of the joint to be measured. And the next one, stationary arm. This arm is aligned over the inactive part of the joint to be measured. Stationary arm means which arm stays stable. So this is the stable arm, and then this is the moving arm. So the arm is aligned over the inactive part, means proximal segment of the joint. This is the segment of the limb that moves with the joint motion to move అయ్యే limb దగ్గర ఇది మూవింగ్ ఆర్మ్ ని పెడతారు. The moving arm is placed on the part of the limb that moves with the joint motion. And the next one, finger goniometer. Finger goniometer. Though off-circled universal finger goniometers can be used to measure the range of motion of small joints of fingers, thumb and toes, mostly for abduction, adduction. Specially designed goniometers are used for the measurement of flexion, extension, such as small joints. So the finger goniometer is universal. Finger goniometers can be used to the small joints like fingers, thumb, toes, వీటికి ఫింగర్ గోనియోమీటర్ యూజ్ చేస్తారు. దో హాఫ్ సర్కిల్డ్ యూనివర్సల్ గోనియోమీటర్, finger goniometers can be used to measure the small joints, mostly for abduction, adduction, and specially designed for the flexion and extension of such small joints. It has 4.3 figure. So these are the finger goniometer for small toey fingers, and thumb. So these are the for it. So it has a head with scales that shows the degree of flexion, extension. Scales, these are the scales, head with scales that shows that the degree of the flexion, it shows degrees of flexion and extension and hyperextension of the joints. It also has linear scales on the arm that measure the proximal and distal segments of the joints. Linear scales on the arm it has also. It is for the proximal and distal segments of the joints. Next, gravity dependent goniometer or fluid goniometer. It is also called inclinometer. It uses gravity's effect on pointers and fluid level to measure the joint range of motion. It is also called inclinometer. It uses gravity effect on pointers and fluid level to measure the joint range of motion. It was designed by Henker in 1956. So it uses gravity effect. So it is also called inclinometer. It uses gravity's effect on pointers and fluid level point చూస్తుందన్నమాట, fluid level to measure the range of motion. It was designed by Henker. So it is a gravity dependent goniometer. It is the pointer and it's filled with the air bubbles. So whenever we want to check the angle of measurement, so it is the deflection we see in the angle. It is means gravity. So we will see up, then అప్పుడు మనం చూడొచ్చు అనమాట, యాంగిల్ చూడొచ్చు. సో ఇదే అంటారు fluid level effect. It uses gravity's effect on pointers and fluid level. And it is like Carpenter's level meter. So it is mostly used for pelvic drop, pelvic tilt, and also spine and subtle peripheral joints. And the next we move on to the fifth one, electrogoniometer. What is electrogoniometer? These goniometers convert angular motion of the joint into an electrical signal. Means వోల్టేజ్లోకి కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తుంది యాంగులర్ మోషన్ని, నార్మల్ మోషన్ ఆఫ్ ద జాయింట్ని ఒక ఎలక్ట్రికల్ సిగ్నల్ వోల్టేజ్ లాగా క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది. ఇది కార్పోవిచ్ కనిపెట్టాడనమాట. 2 arms. It has 2 arms. One arm is attached to the proximal segment and another is attached with the distal segment of the measuring joint. The potentiometer is connected with these 2 arms. Changes in the joint position shows the angulations in the potentiometer. 4.5 the figure is. I'll show you. So this is the electrogoniometer. So it is connected to the potentiometer అనమాట. మనం మెజర్ చేసినప్పుడు read once. One arm is attached with the proximal segment. It has 2 arms. See, it has 2 arms. One arm is proximal and another is distal segment. So potentiometer is connected with these 2 arms. Changes in the joint position to show the angulations in the potentiometer. Then we measure the joint. So some electrogoniometers are designed to measure a single joint, such as elbow, hip, whereas others designed to the dynamic movements. dynamic movements. Okay, electrogoniometer mostly used by the hip, elbow. That's just like that. Designs range from fairly cumbersome devices to contact portable systems. And the next one, digital goniometer. A digital goniometer is a powerful tool in the hands of the physiotherapists, clinical, to measure the joint range motion precisely. So this is the digital goniometer. See? So is a powerful tool in the hands of the physiotherapists or clinicals to measure the joint range of motion precisely. This is the digital goniometer. These are the types of the goniometers. Thank you. Please subscribe. And the next part video, I will tell about the principles and factors affecting of joint range of motion and how the selection of goniometer will be done. Thank you. Please like and share, subscribe.